Hey, so we get these questions all of the time, and we thought we would compile a video today about 10 things that you need in North Idaho. This list is obviously not all inclusive, and some of these may not apply to you, but they're things that we have found useful in our daily lives here in North Idaho, and we wanted to share them with you today. So stick around to the very end. We've got lots of great information that we're going to share with you, and we're going to get into it right now. Kristen, myself, and the rest of our team of former and current first responders, we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you trying to learn more about North Idaho. So hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of our latest content. And if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. We would love to help you make that smooth move right here to North Idaho. All right, let's jump right in. Number one on the list of things you need in North Idaho. That is a paddleboard.
That was one of the first things we bought. It
is. We bought two of them, in fact, at Costco, right here in Coeur d'Alene. They carry them. Full disclosure, I hate paddleboarding.
We never use them because he won't go with me.
No.
But yeah.
It's extremely inefficient means of transport. I think people look at it romantically and think that's a cool idea, but I have seen many a person turning the point of Tubbs Hill in a windstorm and they're miserable, and I know it, and they're trying to pretend that they're having fun. No?
No, I think some people enjoy it.
Okay.
And, I've seen people do yoga on them too. So
they are handy, and there's a lot of places to take them up here. Lake life is a big deal, and not everybody can afford a boat. Because boats are expensive. It's best to have a friend with a boat for sure. And it's expensive to find places to keep your boat. But being on the water here in North Idaho is absolutely critical in the summer. And I think paddleboards are a great way to be able to do that. And they're accessible to everybody.
Kayak.
Kayaks are fine too.
Yeah.
They're actually useful for transporting over water. But paddleboards are fun for using as a swim platform, I think.
Yeah.
And you can put a cooler on there and put beer in that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of value there. All right. So there's number one. Number two, Muck boots. Muck boots or any waterproof boot are absolutely critical in the wintertime. It gets really sloppy. We just had our first snowstorm. It is December of 2023, and we got, like 4 inches.
Yeah.
And then the next day it started raining.
It got really warm.
Just sloppy.
Like almost 50 degrees from 30.
So big puddles everywhere. You have to have waterproof boots, in my opinion, during those times. Or muck boots. Those are the ones with like the neoprene outer layer and they just slip on over the top. Those are fantastic.
They're not stylish.
Our Dave Fowler, our partner, wears them. He seems to think they are
stylish.
Yeah, well, I think they're cool too.
But they do have cute ones for women. So get yourself a pair.
It's a plus to get some insulated ones because that water that you'll find out there in December, if you do find it, it is not warm. So it's not like putting your feet in a tropical storm. It's nasty and cold. So muck boots. All right. Number 3 item. Do you want to go on this one? Because this one's near and dear to your heart.
This one is near and dear to my heart. Is snow tires. So the first winter we were here, I did not get snow tires and I slid all over the place. And I got to the point where my windshield wipers were going off and they made a squeak. And I almost jumped out of the car because my nerves were so raw from sliding everywhere and almost getting into accidents.
That's a really dramatic story, Kristen.
Well, it felt dramatic. All right.
Yeah.
So we went and got snow tires on the car, and it is night and day difference. I do not have the studs. I just have snow tires.
I'll talk about this.
Okay.
So this is my world. So snow tires, I looked into this a little bit. Here's how they work. The rubber is really soft. So when it gets cold out, a normal tire, the rubber will get a lot harder in the cold and they lose traction that way. So the soft rubber, even on ice, they are pretty grippy. So that's the benefit. You can get them on a rim or off a rim. If you get them on a rim, you just literally leave them on the rims all year long and swap them out in the fall and the spring. And you can do that yourself if you're somewhat capable. We were doing that for a while with a floor jack. So you jack them up. It's a good time to teach your kids how to change a tire, by the way. And that's a good option. You can also... So with Kristen's new car, our old rims would not fit. So we just got the rubber tire, took them to Discount Tire up in Hayden, and they'll swap them for $88 a time. So in the spring, we'll swap them back to the other tires. It'll be $88. In the fall, put the snow tires back on, $88. They're not that expensive, so that's totally feasible as well. The studded or non-studded option, it depends on where you live. If you live in town and you're not doing any steep hills or driveways, non-studded, I think, is the way to go. Studded is phenomenal if you have that steep driveway that is atrocious in the wintertime. That could be a good option. But I tend to not like studded tires on dry pavement. So in the wintertime, on those times when it is dry and you're cruising around on your studded tires, they can get a little dicey at high speeds. But what do I know?
I don't know. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, there you go. Let's move on. Binoculars. Yeah, that's a good one because keep them in the truck. They are pretty handy to see all of the cool stuff out here in North Idaho. You might see elk. That's not abnormal. Moose, freedom birds. Those are eagles. They are everywhere right now. It's that time of year. They're up here and they're catching and eating the spawning salmon in the lake. So it's a big deal. So they're fun to check that out. You might see the occasional wolf as well. Hunting, hiking, maybe watching your neighbor struggle with their snowblower the first time. Or my personal favorite.
Watch them with the binoculars.
I would.
Okay.
My personal favorite, watching people try to back their boats into the lake in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a YouTube channel dedicated to that up here, I believe. So always a good time. Binoculars, keep those handy. All right, this next one. This is, I guess, one for me as well. This is my world. A gun for the woods. Trigger alert, I'm about to show you an actual gun. So if that offends you, you might want to shut off the camera right now.
I don't think they're on the camera.
Whatever.
Shut off the phone or the TV or the desktop.
Yeah, there you go. The reason you might want a gun in the woods, it's not necessarily for bears, but it is for personal defense because the moose is the real gangster of the woods up here.
Yep.
I've said that before. They are gangly looking creatures, but they will stomp you to death if you mess around with them and their calves.
They're angry.
They're angry. Yeah. Goofy and angry. Terrible combination. Some methods of carrying that gun might be concealed in a pouch similar to this. This is my Hill People Gear chest rig. I commonly get mocked for wearing it by people when I wear it on camera. I don't care. I carry my gun in here. It works well for me because it is concealed. You do not have to conceal a gun here in Idaho. So a lot of people will carry in an open chest rig, and Gunfighters Inc., right in Rathdrum, Idaho, that is a North Idaho business. They make a phenomenal chest rig called the Kenai Chest Holster. They are a local company, which I love, and they make some great gear. So check them out, or Hill People Gear out of Colorado. And I carry my 10 millimeter in here. This is clear and empty. Don't freak out. And the 10 millimeter is my preferred weapon in the woods. It is a devastating round, especially with some good outdoorsman ammo, which you can also find a local company called G9 Ammo. They make an amazing outdoor ammo for dangerous animals, and that's my preferred carry method. So if you're not inclined to carry a firearm, maybe it's too scary, maybe you just don't know, and that's smart. If you don't know how to use it, don't carry it. Bear spray is a good option for you as well, as long as you have something in the woods to protect yourself with. And believe it or not, Costco carries that as well in a 2-pack. So you could go pick up paddleboards and bear spray in one trip.
One trip. You're
Done.
good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I know. This is good stuff. Next up, this is Dave, our partner Dave, gave us this idea. This is a good one. A car mat for your garage. It is literally like a rubber mat that goes on the floor of the garage. And in the wintertime, as you will see, if you move up here, all that crap that gets on your car while you're driving around in the winter, when you park in the garage, it inevitably will melt and leave giant puddles of disgustingness on your garage floor. Yeah. So a car mat, basically a giant rubber floor mat that goes down, and it's got edges around it that will catch that liquid and material. Then you can drag it out and shake it off if you need to at some point. So those are pretty handy. Good call, Dave. Do you want to talk about this next one? Because this is something you use in your car.
So rubber floor mats for your car.
Critical.
Yeah.
Do they even sell cars without those anymore?
You know, the new one we just got came, like, that's the way they already stocked it with that. But okay. I don't know if it's just what we got or what. I don't know. But anyways,
it's a North Idaho car. So
we've always, every time we bought a car, we always upgraded to get those right away just to protect the car. But,
yeah. So if you have carpet, carpet in your car, 100% it will get ruined in the wintertime because you're getting in and out of that car with your nasty boots on and you're tracking all sorts of crap in there.
Or in the summer when you're getting out of the lake and you're getting in wet sand and all of that.
Valid point.
Yeah.
You're
or
done,
wet
you're
dog
done with your paddleboard.
or whatever. Yeah.
And you're getting into your car with your bear spray that you got at Costco and you're dripping crap all over. So yes, rubber floor mats.
Yep.
I hope you guys are taking notes. Next one up. This is kind of my world too. Snow shovels, snow blower, and a snow brush. We do have 2 snow clearing machines. We have a 15-year-old one and a 13-year-old one. They honestly don't work that good though.
And they complain.
They complain a lot. But you will need a snow blower. And the size of that snow blower depends on the driveway that you're dealing with. Even a small driveway, you're probably going to need some level of snow blower. I don't know about the battery powered ones. I made a mistake with a battery-powered lawnmower once, and I don't think I can ever go back.
It was an expensive mistake.
It was an expensive mistake. So I would shy away from that. That's just me. If you had a very small area, it might be fine. But there are those days when the snow is really slushy and heavy. And I don't think those things are going to move it. But you can go out and get yourself a gas-powered one. You can buy used ones. I'm sure they're all over the place up here. And they are pretty critical. So you will spend some time with that. Now, if you buy some property and you're on 5 acres, you're going to need to step it up a little bit from that. You might need a tractor or a side-by-side with a plow on it or a plow for your truck.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it seems very, I guess you're joking. I don't have that. I wish I did. It seems very like therapeutic. Like you just go do a little plowing.
Yeah.
I would like that
Rewarding.
too. I agree. Believe it or not, on a cold day when the snow is like really fluffy and cold, you can actually use your leaf blower. I've seen this done and blow the snow into your neighbor's yard and make it their problem. So that's a good option too. Okay. This is your world. This next one, we're going to talk about ice grips for shoes. And there are some options. I will mention the Costco option, which is only in a 1-pack, by the way.
So now you're getting a paddleboard, the bear spray, and the ice grips for your shoe at Costco.
Yeah, but they don't have a 2-pack for those. Lame.
No.
But they are the kind that stretch over. They're like rubber. They've got little metal spikes on the bottom. You stretch them over your boots in the wintertime, and they will save your life.
They absolutely will. I can't tell you how many times I have heard of friends slipping on the ice. So it's definitely nice. And then if you want to get out to hike or walk or whatever in the winter just to get outside, it's definitely critical. You never know when you're going to hit some ice.
Yeah, real dick move to leave them on and go into the coffee shop, by the way. Don't do that. But there's a better
So there's a solution to that because it is quite an experience to get those off. I mean, I don't know. It's not that horrible, but you kind of need to sit down, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
if you're old and like trying to bring your leg up.
Yeah, it might
be
hard.
If you're above 40, yeah.
So I found these boots on Overland Sheep Company, I think. So I don't know if you can see these good.
They can see them.
Yeah, they're nice and leather, and then they zip, so they're easy to get on and off. But on the bottoms, they have these things that flip over. So when you don't want the spikes, is that what they're called?
Sure, they're spikes. They're metal spikes.
You don't want the metal spikes up, if you can see those, when you're walking on ice, then you just kind of flip your foot over and then you flip it back down and it's completely flat and you're not going to ruin anyone's floor.
Yep.
So love it. And plus you can wear them even when it's not icy outside because they're cute.
And you can go stomp some fools with them too. That's a plus. Last but not least, this is potentially the greatest thing we're going to tell you today.
Yes.
A car wash membership.
It's critical.
Did not ever have this in my life until I moved here.
Nope.
But man, we have one for all of our vehicles and they're not super expensive. What's like the base price? Like $15 a month?
No, I think it's 20 and I think the max is 30 a month.
So $20 a month. This is a drive-through automatic car wash. We go to Metro Express. There are a few of those up here, but there are other options as well. I don't know the prices on those, but that's Metro Express. And it is great for all times of the year because in the summertime, there's a lot of gravel roads out here. You're picking up dust and your car will be very, like if we're out showing houses, one day, toast, looking like crap. So fantastic for the summertime. Wintertime as well. Obviously, they use road salt out here. And that will deteriorate your vehicle rapidly and cause a lot of rust if you don't do something about it. So these car washes spray the underbody of the car, wash all that salt off, and you're back on the road. And in the wintertime, your car looks like crap again in 5 minutes. But
well, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to be hand washing a car in the winter.
No.
So it's definitely critical to at least get it through the winter so you can get all that salt off and the grime. And I go through there even when it's nasty outside just to get it off.
Yeah, I never thought I'd go through a car wash in the rain, but I literally did it the other day because I had been driving around. It was all muddy and nasty. Yeah. So that's a
and I don't want it frozen on the car. So
huge thing up here in North Idaho. That is it for 10 things that you need in North Idaho. I had a little bonus on here. You need a positive attitude and a desire to be a contributing member of the community so that we can keep this place awesome. Don't come here with the mindset to change it like wherever you came from. Nothing will piss people off faster.
True.
There you go. That's it. Thank you guys for sticking around. Hopefully you got some tips out of this and at least we entertained you because that's really the important thing here. And remember, if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. It happens all the time. It's not weird. And we would love to help you make that smooth move right here to North Idaho.